Can still find it. Yes, we are recording. Okay, we're discussing measurement, and the first thing that we discussed yesterday was conversions. Then the second thing was perimeter. The third thing was area. The fourth thing was volume. And today we're gonna be discussing a bit of volume, temperature, and if time allow us, we're gonna still discuss time, distance, and speed. So before everything, I want to do a small recap, a small revision about what we've discussed, because I've not destroyed yesterday's lesson on conversions. For those who are joining us for the first time, if you can't see well on the screen, use your 2 fingers to zoom in. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can shift to the left, you can shift to the right. The screen is shared with you. You can do anything. You just cannot type on it. So we've discussed the definitions of length and the definition of distance. Length is the measurement of an object from one end to another. If you cannot hear me well, class, please let me know. If there is any technical errors, you can just indicate on the chat section that say we cannot hear you well, and I will make sure that I fix it. So if for now we're good, let me continue with my lesson. Length is the measurement of an object from one end to another. Distance is the physical length between 2 objects or places. If there are no 2 objects, there are no thing called distance. There cannot be a distance if we are not referring to from one place to another. If it is not from one place to another, then that is not distance. Distance has to do with 2 objects, with 2 places. This is why we call that thing, what's that thing? We call it distance relationship. Is because 2 people are far away from each other. We calculate the physical length between them. So distance is the physical length between 2 objects or 2 places. And we discussed the conversion of length and distance. Don't downplay it. It's very much important. If you cannot master this, you cannot pass paper 2. So every time we see these, people be like, I know these things. No, you don't know it. Have a teachable heart, have a teachable mind. Is then that you can learn. These are the formulas to calculate the conversion of length and distance. We're talking about the kilometer, meter, centimeter, and millimeter. The distance from kilometer to meter is 1,000. So when we move from a bigger or a bigger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply, but when we move from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, we divide. You can see it is indicated there by those arrows. The arrows indicate that from here to here, you divide, and from here to there, you multiply. As you can see here, we move from millimeter to centimeter, and we divide by 10. I'm trying to highlight it for somebody so that they can see what I'm talking about. When you move from millimeter to centimeter, you divide by 10. I've highlighted by yellow there. And when you move from centimeter to meter, you divide by 100. But when you move from kilometer to centimeter, because there is what we call multiply by 1,000 and multiply by 100, you do not jump them. You multiply by 1,000, then you multiply by 100, which will give you 100,000. So the distance from kilometer to centimeter is 1,500, as the arrow indicated there. Okay, we've also discussed the conversion of mass or weight, which the units are kilogram, gram, and milligram. These units are so much simple because the distance between them is 1,000. It's always 1,000. From kilogram to gram is 1,000. From gram to milligram is 1,000. When you move from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you divide. When you move from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. So from kg to gram, you times by 1,000. From gram to milligram, you times by 1,000. But from milligram to kg, it means you will have to divide by 1,000 and divide again by 1,000. From kg to milligram, you must times by 1,000 and times again by 1,000. So that's how we do it, class. Then we've also discussed the conversions of volume. You can use your fingers to adjust the screen. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can go to the left, you can go to the right. So the conversions of volume is where we discussed kiloliter, liter, and milliliter. I'm not giving this lesson, I'm doing a revision. It's the 4th time I'm discussing it. So this is why I'm fast on it. Kiloliter, liter, and milliliter, the units are also similar to that of the mass or volume because the distance between them is 1,000, meaning from kiloliter to liter is 1,000 and from liter to milliliter is 1,000. When you move from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. When you move from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you divide. So from liter to kiloliter will be divided by 1,000. I believe now everyone understands the ways conversion works. I want to highlight a bit on perimeter. This is the one of the things that we discussed yesterday, and our first session dealt with perimeter. I have a video with me about perimeter. If you need it, you can just let me know. I did not upload it on YouTube. It's still with me on my laptop, so I'll give it to you. Perimeter is the total length of the outer lines of a shape. Perimeter is the total length of the outer lines of a shape. I gave an example by your school. I said in your school, the perimeter is the fence. The fence. That fence is the perimeter because it's the length of the outer lines that has made that shape. So anything within that line is area. We'll discuss area. I just want to show you the perimeter of a square, how it works. The perimeter of a square, when you write the formula is perimeter is equals to side plus side plus side plus side, or side multiplied by 4. It can be side multiplied by 4, or side plus side plus side plus side. The only thing that is needed is for you to add all sides. You must add all these sides because these are the perimeter. This is the outer line, the distance of the outer lines of a shape. I'm just highlighting all sides. So you add this side plus this side plus this side plus the other side. So perimeter will be 10 centimeter plus 10 centimeter plus 10 centimeter plus 10 centimeter because the length of these sides is 10 centimeter. You can just say length or side. If you say it's length plus length plus length plus length, you are still on the right direction. So it's 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter plus 10 centimeter, which is 40 centimeter. It's very much simple. You can just take a screenshot so that you can view it when you are revising these lessons. You can just take a screenshot and then you save it on your phone. The perimeter of a rectangle, it's also similar to the perimeter of a square because we add all sides, just that here sides are not equal. Only 2 sides are equal and the other 2 sides are equal. So when we calculate the perimeter of a rectangle, we say perimeter is equals to 2 length plus 2 breadth. 2 length will be calculated as 2 times 22 because the length here is 22 centimeter. So it will be 2 times 22 plus 2 times 5 because 5 is our breadth. So it will be 44 centimeter plus 10, which is 54 centimeter. We have done this lesson yesterday. I'm just doing a revision so that when we get to where we are going, no one would be lost. We also discussed the perimeter of a triangle. These sides are not equal. We have side 1, side 2, and side 3. Side 1 is 5 centimeter. Side 2 is 9 centimeter. Side 3 is 7 centimeter. So when you are calculating the perimeter of a triangle, you say side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3, which is 5 plus 9 plus 7. And your total will be 21 centimeter. Just take a look at it. You will understand how we calculated that one. Side 1, this is side 1, which is 5 centimeter. And then we have side 2, which is 9 centimeter. I'm highlighting by yellow. And then we have side 3, which is 7 centimeter. So when you are calculating this side, you just say side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. I'm highlighting by green on that formula. And then these are the units, 5 plus 9 plus 7. I'm highlighting by purple on them, 5 plus 9 plus 7. And then you get 21. It's very much simple. I don't want to waste time on it. We are going somewhere today. So these are the other triangle, which has 2 sides that have equal length. These sides are called sides A, side A. So it's side A and side A. And then we have side B, which I've highlighted blue. Side B. Side A is how much? Is 7 centimeter. And side A is also 7 centimeter. So when we calculate the perimeter of this triangle, we're going to say perimeter is equals to side A multiplied by 2 plus side B, which will give us 7 centimeter times 2 plus 10 centimeter, and it will be 14 centimeter plus 10. Then it will be the final answer, 24 centimeters. We are done with perimeters. I know that we have not discussed the perimeter of a circle. I believe today I will find time to discuss it. The reason why I did not discuss it yesterday was because I wanted to highlight first and teach you about the circumference, the diameter, and the radius. Because if I discussed it on perimeter, many people would have been lost. So class, I won't jump area. Actually, I have a class work on this one. Area is the measurement of the distance covered by the surface of a shape. The measurement of distance covered by the surface of a shape. I said perimeter in your school is the fence, and area is any space inside that fence. The surface area on that fence, that's your area. So that's how you would understand it, people. Area is the measurement of the distance covered by the surface of a shape. Let's take a look at this square. Area of a square. This square has 10 centimeter length. So all sides are 10 centimeter. So when you are calculating the area of this square, you say area is equals to side multiplied by side. That's how you calculate it. Area is equals to side multiplied by side, which will be 10 centimeter multiplied by 10 centimeter. I believe you can see it. I'm highlighting there. So your final answer will be 100 centimeters squared. Today I have found squared, so it's there. 100 centimeter squared. Someone opened their mic. Can you please close the mic? Let me mute your mic. Let me mute your microphones. Confidence, can you please? Who else has opened their microphone? Can you please make sure that you mute? Thank you for muting. We're proceeding to the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle is very much simple. You can see I've highlighted it by green there. I've highlighted it by green. So area of a rectangle is equal to length multiplied by breadth, which is 20 centimeter multiplied by 4 centimeter, and it will be 80 centimeter squared. I can see someone, they are texting, they say, can we please talk about finance? I believe we'll find time on our next session. Can we first close this one on this session? And then on our next session, we can highlight on finances. Thank you for that demand or request. We can do that, but first let's do this one on this session. Okay. We've also discussed the area of a circle class. We're about to write a class work that I prepared for you. And if you get it right, then you and I will never again talk about this. It means you have mastered it. I said unto you, the circumference is the line that binds a circle. This line that I'm highlighting by yellow here. This line is the circumference. This is the circumference, the line that binds a circle. So, and I've said unto you that diameter is a line between the circumference of a circle. Diameter is this line here in the middle, that the line that divides the circle, this one. This is our diameter. And here they've given that our diameter is 9 centimeter. Then we said radius is a measurement of distance from the center of any circular object to its boundary. Radius is half of diameter. I'm trying to write it by red here. Yeah, that's where radius is located, at the center of diameter or the center of a circle. From the center of a circle to the circumference, that's your diameter. So when you're calculating radius, radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. Radius is equal to diameter divided by 2 because radius is the half of diameter. Then if your diameter is 9, then radius will be 4,5 because we've divided 9 by 2. So diameter is equal to 4,5, which is radius, multiplied by 2, which is 9. That's how you calculate radius, and that's how you calculate diameter. You can just take a screenshot. You will understand it when you are revising these lessons. So area of a circle, I believe this one is the last portal before we go to the classwork. Area of a circle is equal to pi multiplied by radius squared times, okay, area is equals to pi times radius squared. Let me try to find this formula. Let me try to find this formula so that anyone can understand it. Area is equals to pi multiplied by radius squared. I need to find this formula for someone. Here it is. Area is equals to pi multiplied by radius squared. If you can't see it, let me try to bring it here to you. So it's 3,142 multiplied by radius multiplied by radius. That's how you calculate it. 3,142 multiplied by radius multiplied by radius. That's how you calculate your area. So if your area, your radius is 4,5, you're going to say 3,142 times 4,5 times 4,5, and it is going to be 63,62 centimeter squared. Let's go to our class work. This is our class work here that I've prepared for you. Class work. This is the front wall of a house, and it was designed with round windows. As you can see here, it has a door in the middle. So the dimensions of this front wall is that the length is 20 meters. I don't know if I have to write underline it for somebody, highlight it. Length is 20 meters and the breadth is 12 meters. If you cannot see it, just zoom in using your fingers. So if it's like this, then this, you know that this is a rectangle. Then it has what we call a circle in the middle or round windows, and the diameter of this round window is 3 meters. As you can see, I've highlighted it by green. This is the diameter of the window, and this they're equal. These windows are equal, so the other one is also 3 meters diameter. So the door has a dimension, the breadth is 5 meters, and the length is 8 meters. So I want you to calculate the area to be painted if the owner of the house wanted to paint this wall. Calculate for me the area to be painted, and please show your calculations. If you master this one, you are done with area and calculations of area. You must use this formula. Area of a rectangle is equals to length times breadth, while area of a circle is equals to pi multiplied by radius squared. Our formulas are there. You can use your fingers to adjust the screen. I want to know if you are writing. Class, can you let me know if you are writing? Just say yes. We're writing, just say yes so that I can see and give you time to work on it. If you are writing, can you just say yes? I can see answers. Are people writing this activity? Yes. Nolutando says yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I can see people are writing this activity. So I will keep quiet for only a minute or two. You must know that I'm still here. It's just that I'm giving you the chance to write this one. Work on it. I want you to know that you can write it on a paper, take a picture and upload the picture here on the chat section. The chat section allows you to send photos. You can just write it on a paper, take a picture and share it. You can write your answers on a paper and share the picture here on the group. For those who are joining us now, you must know that we are writing an activity now. There's an activity there about a front wall. I believe you can see the front wall. We are calculating the area to be painted. Let me share this with the group so that they can see there. We are now writing an activity. You can write it on a piece of paper. You can write it on the chat section, wherever you want to work on it. Area to be painted. Someone open their mic. You can write it on a piece of paper and you can take a picture and upload it here so that we can see the answers. You can write it on a piece of paper. You can write it on a piece of paper. If anyone is complete with this activity, you can just share it with the group. For those who are joining us, I want you to know that we are writing an activity now. The reason why we're quiet is because we are writing an activity. It's projected there. If you want to write it, you can write it and send it to the group. We are now writing an activity. We are now writing an activity. I give you only 1 minute, sir. Class, I give you only 1 minute now to work on that one. I give you only 1 minute to work on that one. I give you only a minute. I give you only a minute to work on that one, please. Let's work on it. Okay. Let me check the answers now. Let me check the answers. If people have submitted their answers, let me go and check the answers. If people, we are now writing a class activity. No answers submitted yet. No answers submitted yet. If you must know, what you're supposed to do is to paint the front wall, meaning the door will not be painted and the 2 round windows will not be painted. It was just a hint for somebody who might not have understood the question. When you have to calculate the area to be painted, you must know that the door will not be painted and the 2 round windows will not be painted. So can we please submit our answers? Anyone done can submit their answers. Class, this is not supposed to be difficult. This is not supposed to be difficult. Okay, now it's 6:43. If it reaches 6:45, you are all disqualified. After 2 minutes, you are all disqualified for submitting this activity. After 2 minutes, you are all disqualified for submitting this activity. Lisa Kanya Tinisa says, I think you multiply 20 times 12, which is equals to 250 multiplied by 2. Yes, that's it, Lisa Kanya, but you must remember that the door and the windows must not be painted. So you are painting everything. Can you please remove the door and the window? Franz Makuvele, if you are done, you can share it with us. If it's a picture, just take a picture and send it to the group. I believe you've written it down. Take a picture. There's a button which shows add on the left side. Just make sure that you click on it and submit your photo. I can see your photo from here. Lisa, it's fine. You are telling us the right thing, but you must not paint the door and the windows. Please remove the door and the windows. We're not paving the whole wall. The door and the windows must not be painted. That's what I'm trying to say. So I said for 18:45, you will be disqualified. And I think my time was forward. For those who are joining us now, what you should be seeing on the screen is a front wall with the dimensions 20 and 12 meters and 2 windows and a door in the middle. We are supposed to paint this wall, and you must know that the door and the windows must not be painted. So calculate the area to be painted. Class, I have high hopes on you, please. I have high hopes on you. Pleasure Makamo submitted their answers. Simple submitted their answer. Lindo Klasana submitted their answer. Let me check your answers. Calculate the area to be painted. Area is equals to length times breadth. Area of a circle is equals to pi multiplied by radius squared. Area of a rectangle is equals to length times breadth, which is 8 times 5. I believe these are the dimensions of a door. 40. Area of a circle is equals to 3,142 times 1,5, 1,5, okay. Diameter 20 meter times 12, 240, 240 minus 47 is equals to 192,94, okay. And this one says equals to 192,930. I see how you worked it. Simple also. Area length times breadth 240, and that one of the circle is 7,06. Area of a door is 40. Then you multiply, you say 192. Nultando says area of the house is equals to 12 times 12, 20 times 12, which is 240. Area of a circle will give us 7,0695 area of a circle, and then door is equals to 30. No, door is 40. 8 times 5 is 40. Then 240 minus 7 minus 7 minus 30 is 195. Okay. This one says area length times breadth is 240, and then length of door is 40, then of round windows is 7,06. Class, if you calculate both round windows or you've calculated only one, let's check the answers here. Let's check the answers here. Let's check the answers here. You must know that it is not one window. It is 2 windows. Many of you say 7. Mean it must be 2, 7. 7 minus 7 again, because these are 2 windows. It's not one window, it's 2 windows. Okay, check my answer here. Wall is equals to, okay, area to be painted is equals to wall. We are going to paint the wall, but minus door and minus windows. So wall is equals to length multiplied by breadth, which is 20 times 12. That's the wall, 240 meters squared. The door is length multiplied by breadth, which is 5 times 8, which will give us 40 meters squared. Window is pi multiplied by radius squared, which is 3,142 times 1,5 times 1,5, which is 7,0695. But we do not have one window. We have 2 windows. How do we do it? Total will be 240, which is the wall, minus 40, which is the door, minus 7,0695 times 2 windows. 240 minus 40 minus 14,139. Our answer is 185,861. Who got that answer? Many of you removed only one window, not 2 windows. You removed only one window, not 2 windows, and that was your mistake. Class, are you okay with this one? Are you okay with this one? So that we can know that we are now concluding it. If you are okay with it, you can say, okay. Maringa Amu says, I got it. Let me check your answer. Okay, if you're okay with this one, just tell me we're okay. But many of you, did you realize your mistake? Your mistake was that you calculated only one window. You did not calculate 2 windows. Many of you calculated only one window. You did not calculate 2 windows. So that was your mistake. Class, we're about to close on this one. Someone requested that we deal with finances, but I don't know if we're going to change the platform for today or we're going to edit on some day. because we still need to discuss other things. We still need to highlight volume and we still need to highlight temperature. I've prepared these lessons very well, but we're going to be talking about it on our WhatsApp now because I want to close this session here on area. And then when I come back for the last session, we're going to have only 2 sessions today. So it's this one and the next one that will start at 7 o'clock. What I want to know from you now, I'm checking on the charts. Do you understand what I've said? What I've said? Do you understand my answer? Do you understand your mistake? Just let me know. Do you understand your mistake? Yes, I see where I made a mistake. Do you understand your mistake? If you do not understand your mistake, it means you're going to make the same mistake again. So let me know that you are now okay. You understand your mistake. Yes, sir. Nolitando say, yes, sir. Class, do you understand your mistake? You were wrong. Many of you were wrong. Let me just say all of you were wrong because I did not see the right answer. You were going on the right direction, but you missed it because of 2 windows. You did not calculate 2 windows. Nolitando say, yes, sir. Atandiwe say, yes, sir. Confidence say, yes, sir. What about the others? You are still, you do not have, you are not willing to, you're not willing to accept that you were wrong, or you think you were still right. You're still going to write the same thing. No, let me know so that I can know that now you're okay with calculations of this. Lindo says yes. So class, that was it on area. If you have any related question on area, you will ask me. I am not going to do any revision on conversions or area or perimeter. I am done today. What I will do revision on is volume. Then I'm going to highlight on temperature. But now we're going to be discussing that on WhatsApp, whether we're going to this one or you are seriously want me to talk about finances. Thank you for joining this session. We're going to be joining the next session in 10 minutes. Let me close this session for everyone. If you can just exit, you can just exit on your own. I'm trying to close the session here. I'm trying to end the session for everybody. So if you can end the session on your own, you can just end it because I cannot see the platforms to work it out.